Today we're going to be talking about codependency. I remember someone who it just felt like they always wanted to try and win my approval, my love and my acceptance. That if they just did the right things, then I would give them some sort of royal nod of approval. Look, I believe that earned love is really not love at all. Earned acceptance, approval always has this fear hiding in its shadows that it could be removed at any moment if you got something wrong. It creates a real dependency. Then there is entitlement. I'm entitled to love, acceptance and approval because I did this or that. We have in our thinking that to receive something, then it must be earned. There are always strings attached, strings that could pull the gift away. You have to be the good boy or the good girl. You got to do the work to get the reward. Having this belief gets us into all sorts of demandedness and entitlement. If you do this or that, and if I do this and that, then you are obligated to do this or that. Love has conditions, acceptance has limits, and approval has its laws. And we sacrifice ourselves on the altar of others' needs, and we call it love. And we crave just a little drop of being seen and affirmed, to be acknowledged somewhere by someone for what we have done, for who we are. And all feels kind of codependent. I found this quote. It says this: codependency is a behaviour pattern where we look outside of ourselves for value, worth and validation, believing that if we can just fix or change someone else, we will finally be safe. That's from Dr. Nicole LaPera. Am I codependent? Well, I had a rude awakening a little while ago, and I suddenly realised that in some aspects of my life, that I think I was, and possibly maybe still am, that my motivations in these relations weren't totally pure. But, and I think we all do this to some degree. We can so easily mask up good works, but really inwardly we simply want to be seen and loved by someone else. But it is never enough though, is it? We always crave for more, more, more. And so we become increasingly manipulative and cunning to get our needs met. It's good to see what it is, because then we can honestly and truthfully make some choices to become less codependent and more interdependent. I've recently looked up sort of some attributes of codependency. Now just listen to these and maybe put a hesitant tick next to some of them if you think you fall into this bracket. Number 1, over-responsibility. I think and feel responsible for other people's feelings, thoughts, actions, choices, wants, needs, well-being, lack of well-being, and ultimate destiny. You're being over-responsible. Number 2, anxiety and guilt. I feel anxiety, pity, guilt when other people have a problem. Yep. People-pleasing. I try to consistently please others, even if it means a huge personal cost to myself. Number 4, the rescue complex. I feel bored, empty and worthless if I don't have a crisis or problem in my life. I've got to have someone to rescue, help and sacrifice myself to. Number 5, self-abandonment. I regularly abandon my routine and my daily life to respond to something or somebody else. Drop everything. Perfectionism. Oh yeah. I feel that I have to do everything perfectly to be accepted or to avoid criticism. Number 7, validation seeking. I constantly need external praise, reassurance or approval to feel good about myself. Number 8, compulsive apologising. Oh, I've seen people, oh my goodness. I am always apologising, even for the things that aren't my fault, like the weather or someone else's bad mood. Number 9, fear of rejection. I let others walk all over me because I fear their rejection if I might say no. Okay, did you tick any boxes there? That's okay. As I say, I think we all do to some degree or another. I think of the little idiom. And I remember seeing this on one of those fridge magnets, and there's this woman who's really grumpy and she's holding a shotgun, and it says, "If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy." So, we as codependents, we've got to make sure mama's happy, because then we'll be happy. What about, I hate this one, happy wife, happy life. It's another route to codependency. Surely the happiness of mama, papa, child, sibling, boss, friend is actually their responsibility? Yeah? Look, I wonder whether Christianity promotes a kind of codependency. I wonder whether the way I live my life in the church I have attended, all the churches that I've attended, promotes a dependency on getting it right with others. Some of my Christian activities might encourage a codependency on others rather than a dependency on God for all my needs. Like, okay, I do some voluntary work for my local church. People thank me. That feels good. I like that feeling. So I do some more, even more praise. And this receiving worth becomes kind of an addiction. I want more and more, so I do more and more. And as Richard Rohr says, this love can seem so dang sacrificial. He says this, codependency studies made us aware that much love is not actually love at all, but it is its most clever and bogus disguise. So much that is unlove and non-love, and even manipulative love, cannot be seen or addressed because it is so dang sacrificial. And oh my goodness, I have seen a lot of sacrificial love that actually underneath it, I wonder whether the motives are completely pure. Look, when I don't get that love, when I don't get that approval, when I don't get what I believe I am entitled to, then I might just withdraw my kindness. I might go looking for love in other places. Perhaps if I join the choir, I might get it there. When I become dependent on others to meet a need that God has always said that they were to meet, then I'm putting others' things first before God. Jesus, I believe, points to some examples of codependency. He said this, "Be especially careful when you are trying to be good so that you don't make a performance out of it." It might be good theatre, but the God who made you won't be applauding. When you do something to someone else, don't call attention to yourself. You've seen them in action, I'm sure. Play actors, I call them, treating prayer meetings and street corner alike as a stage, acting compassionate as long as someone else is watching, playing to the crowds. They get applause, true, but that's all they get. When you help someone out, don't think about how it looks. Just do it quietly and unobtrusively. That is the way your God, who conceived you in love, working behind the scenes, helps you out. And when you come before God, don't turn that into a theatrical production either. All these people making a regular show out of their prayers, hoping for 15 minutes of fame. Do you think God sits in a box seat? Here's what I want you to do. Find a quiet, secluded place so you won't be tempted to role play about God. Just be there as simply and honestly as you can manage. the focus will shift from you to God, and you will sense His grace. That's Matthew 6, 1-6 from the Message. Look, to be honest, I really like the praise of others, to feel their approval, their acceptance. And when I don't get it, then I can sort of feel maybe the cold winds of rejection, that they might be rejecting me. I can feel like the invisibility of an ant, maybe a pointlessness to my life. But when I know that God, who conceived me in love, is working behind the scenes and applauds my efforts, well, it's then that my focus shifts off others and onto God. It's then that I only sense His grace. That I not only sense His grace, but also love, approval, and acceptance. That I don't need others' love, approval, or acceptance as I once did. Look, I think of someone who might be listening or watching to this, and you need to hear this. You can't earn love here. Nothing you will do will make you more worthy. Nothing. It's a gift. No strings attached. This love, this approval, this acceptance has no conditions, no rules of pass or failure, no strings to withdraw it back and leave you alone. You are accepted. All your warts, your wounds, your scars. You're accepted. And that's kind of scary for some people because they think they have to earn it. They can't control it. They feel vulnerable. But the purest form of love, the purest form of acceptance, the purest form of approval is never conditional on behaviour. God says, I love you, even though you might spit in my face, take all I have, and disown my existence. You can't earn love. It's a gift. This love, acceptance, and approval are not based on your doing. It rests in your being. So what does it mean for us with who are codependents? And we all are to some degrees. It means finding the need you have for love, approval, and acceptance to be totally found in God. Look, it was once based on getting it right with others, ticking the box. Yes, look, receiving love, approval, acceptance is good. But when we make that a God to worship, sacrifice, and be obedient to, we can so easily become addicted to the siren's call of meeting other people's, becoming dependent on other people. True love is given freely. If you are constantly auditioning for it, you're likely trapped in codependency. Hey, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment below. I really enjoy reading my comments because that just gives me really good feedback. Come over to the website and read the post. Sign up to the email list because I put out these things every week, and it just means you're going to get it every week in your email inbox. But hey, thanks for watching and listening. Yeah, leave a comment. Thanks.